This, hey guys, it's Sanjay Dixon, and the title today is, um, I told you so. And this is a sticky topic, and these people are doing, I don't know what it is, but like I'll write down what the new video is gonna be about, and whatever I write down, they put on the energy for me to not feel comfortable when I'm talking. Like I'm talking about some real shit, and they trying to be funny. These people are sick in the head, and they keep touching me and trying to be funny and putting their imprints on my skin, their nasty ass body imprints. Like, leave me the fuck alone. These people are childish. They're in they're 35, 40, 50s, 50 something, 60, whatever. And they're acting like little ass fucking kids, like they're still in middle school. I'm not even gonna say high school. They're acting like they're still in middle school. And now they're touching my stomach. No matter, I'm 26 years old and I feel more mature than them because of how they act. I don't, you don't see me doing the shit that they doing. I'm minding my fucking business. It's the same topic every fucking day. Every day it's the same topic, same topic, same topic, same topic, same topic, same topic. And the crazy thing is they're not even watching the video. They're not even watching the video. They're doing I don't know what it is. Let's say I'm listening to a song or I'm watching a video. They would hear or mouth whatever I'm saying, and go off of whatever they're hearing. They're not even watching the fucking video. That's how scary these people are. They're not even watching the video and they still get mad or whatever they're hearing, and they're not even watching the video. And then these people are also messing with my ancestors. That's one of them impossible shit. How do you know who some of my ancestors are? But since you guys want to know, Uncle Al, Evan Monterio, Bernard, and I can't say the other one. Y'all doing weird shit. Y'all are obsessed with me. Y'all are obsessed with me. This is a government job, and addiction is not even supposed. Like back to what I was saying in the past video. It's a contradiction that God made me chosen, and told me to be a tarot reader, told me to work at this job, and at the same time, addiction is not supposed to work at this type of job. We're too elite for this type of people. They're into some witchcraft. They're into demonic things. They're into some other shit. Yes, they making money, but they do it in a dark way. Addiction is not supposed to be a part of this type of job. If you make us too mad, it's a problem. You're messing with our money, it's a problem. You're trying to take away our whatever is a problem. It's a contradiction. All I ask for respect is physical and spiritual. They saying no. And then when I act up, it's a problem. Okay, we'll start off with a Bible verse. We have Isaiah 41:10. Fear not, for I am you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. They say they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They said to push through it. There's a video saying push through it. When James was supervisor, he was normal at first. Everything was normal, copacetic. Everyone's working their lanes, yada yada. Since I'm allowed to say names, and this is like a freaking, I don't fucking know. It started with a D, I think. I could documentary. I could damn near say anything because no one gives a fuck anymore. Everything was copacetic, everything was fine. He used to stare, be on the other side staring at me and be like, oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was saying in his head, but but everything was fine. The energy was fine. Everyone was working. If there's too much boxes in a lane, people will help you. Everything's fine. They was on no funny shit. They was actually helping you. Da da da. Um, and until whatever happened to James, then he automatically changed, and then I heard him say, "Oh, don't help her," and that's when people start acting mean, and all the weird shit started happening. That was not James' fault. That was Darian's fault. He was in Darian's energy. Darian, don't get me wrong. James is a dark person when it comes to spirituality. But he's not that fucking evil. He just know a lot of things spiritually in a dark way. Darian is the one who worships the devil. So whatever, like I said, it's another contradiction. These people are devil worshippers, and then I'm regardless of me being spiritual, I'm still a child of God, and I'm on the good side of spirituality. So people like whatever, they naturally just don't like me. They may not be keen to eye. Maybe now they do, but in general, they may not be keen to eye of what's going on, or why they treat me like this, or not realizing they're treating me this way. But because they're on the other side, they just naturally don't like me, and that's just what it is. They can't, yeah. Um, and Darian did the same thing over again. I remember in the beginning of June. I don't remember the exact day or whatever, but they want to be pitch pop perfect. Right? You're a Virgo. The Virgo say you told her so. Virgo's gotta be perfect. No, this is a conversation. Just because you're blood don't mean you gotta be right all the time. And that goes into today, but we're not talking about that right now. Um, Whatever he told them, they messed with that too, saying messing with my whatever. I have to be perfect all the time, or my body will feel weird. No, I could be wrong too. But anyway, you gotta catch the drift. Back to Darian. In the beginning of June, um, I made a complaint, and I don't get care to say this. I made a complaint, talking about how people are not helping in the area that I'm working in, and I don't remember exactly everything I said, but Darren is the reason why that's happening. Darren and Marquita is the reason why that's happening. They're telling people in their ear, "Do not help her. Stay where you at." Da da da, and they actually listening. That like regardless of what type of building this is, spiritual, blood, wherever, whatever. I'm saying whatever I think. I don't know the actuality, but regardless of that, just because you're a supervisor, whatever, manager, or whatever the fuck you are, that don't give you the right to be talking to people's ears and telling them, "Oh, don't help them, don't do this." That's not the type of shit you're supposed to be talking about. Matter of fact, you're not supposed to do that at all. That which goes back to what's going on should only be for supervisors and the workers. The people higher than that should not be involved, because that's not the type of conversation you be having. Yeah. Um they're telling people in their ears, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," and they actually listening to them and fucking everything up in the fucking building. I don't respect that at all. Like they making a joke every time I come in. They make it a joke and make me. They, as soon as it, they made me sweat out my energy right in the fucking beginning. It's 10 different lanes, and I do about 5 of them by my fucking self. There is other people that actually do their job and help, but it is a small amount. The other people, they just sitting and chilling, and doing everything that they're not supposed to be doing. They get away with it, and while the rest of us, no, that's not supposed to be happening. We're all supposed to be helping each other. I don't know what the fuck happened for that thing to start, but it's foolery. Next we have talk about the dilemma story. No, that's not. We're not at that part yet. Talk about the car ride when you were 4. Um, I remember many visions of the past. Um, I remember my life is freaking weird. I'm gonna even say some extra information that you just gotta chime into what I'm trying to say. I remember it was kindergarten. Um, and no, it wasn't kindergarten. I was about to start first grade. I was 5 years old. I was about to start first grade, and Sandra really let me go on the bus, go to school, and I was walking around trying to find my classes, and I couldn't find it. And little kids was looking at me and smiling, laughing at me for some reason. I was lost. I couldn't find my classes. And then out of nowhere, Sandra come through the school door and said, "Here, let's go." And I'm confused, but I'm following her. She they put me in the car and said, "Oh yeah, we're moving." Like this don't make no fucking sense. Yeah. And I remember I was in the back of the car, like the Sherlin family. I grew up with them, so yeah, that's another crazy story. I grew up with Dave's family. Yeah, I was in the back of the car. We was all moving together. I was in the back of the car, and I don't know why I just started talking out of nowhere. The car was quiet, and I no, I was just sleeping. I was sleeping, and then I woke up. I woke up out of my sleep and started talking. And I started talking about Andre. Andre is Sandra's son. He's older than me. She had him in Jamaica, and he grew up with his father's mother. Yeah. I brung him up for some reason. I was talking about how he acts too nice towards me, and I don't believe he's my sibling. And no one said anything. I was just talking for no reason. Imagine, you know how little kids be when they just be talking. Like I said out of nowhere. My my great grandmother Griselda told me that she's the reason why I was talking like that. Um, yeah, I keep remembering that day. We was going from New York to Ohio. And another thing crazy about that is my siblings also moved around that time as well. Yeah, this shit don't make no sense. It seems like like life is a fucking setup. And then being blood, you have to know about yourself. So it's like my life was a lie at first, and then I'm learning all this information, and sometimes it can be a little bit too much to handle. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm. All my siblings. I'm not sure exactly where my parents were born. I'm pretty sure it's Bronx as well, but we all from the Bronx. I looked at when I was I, 2022. I was high of my gummies and dancing in front of the mirror, and I don't know why my mind ran across Raekwon. Well, I don't know if my mind ran across Raekwon or if he just started talking to me out of nowhere. But he told me, "Oh, you're my sibling," and then they said the same thing, and then Liana came. So I been knew she passed away, but I kept to myself for a while. Um, And I'm like, am I tripping? Like, I'm in the mirror. I'm in the mirror dancing and minding my business, and they're talking to me, telling me we're family. I'm like, am I tripping or something? What's going on? And something told me just look on Facebook, and I did already notice that on their Facebook on my brother's Facebook profile, they put Bronx, New York as on Facebook you put where you're from. I already seen that, noticed that, but I didn't think too much of it at first. And something told me to look at their pictures again, and I seen the resemblance for the first time. Like, oh, but that's when I didn't know all the information yet. I know all the information now. But that was the beginner stage. It was like May or June 2022 when that happened. Um, and mind you, I was supposed to once again, everything's revolved around this fucking story. I was supposed to die months before I knew the information. So imagine that. You survived death and now you learn about your life. Yeah. And that's why I act the way I act when I'm upset, because people don't understand. Um, and then they're doing some weird shit. Like they know I have vision, so they do think of me spells. So I'll think of them, and then something weird will happen. Like they need to leave me the fuck alone. They're messing with the spiritual realm. And speaking of the spiritual realm, I'm the artist talking. I ain't even finished with this fucking paper yet. Speaking of the spiritual realm, there's rules to the spiritual realm. I learned about that when I first started watching Jeremy videos. There's rules to the spiritual realm, and if you break it, you could lose your gifts. You could be in spiritual jail, all type of shit. The spiritual realm is not something to play with. You don't just play around putting spells and hexes, spells on people. Um, so yeah, someone's like, I didn't know. Yeah. Um, but anyways, and okay, I don't want to talk about that, or should I? I heard that when I was in the car and said that someone was saying to herself or whatever, what did she say? And they had a real mini conversation about that. Now that's all I'm gonna say right there. Um, um, but anyways, we have talk about the dilemma story. So when it comes to big man, I don't know. I keep going back and forth, saying people name and saying their little pet name, whatever. But it's because of the topic. But when it comes to big man, I don't know why he's doing this or what. He got one girl who used magic to get pregnant by him. He got another girl who claims to be pregnant by him, and he told her to get an abortion. She ignored him and bought new clothes with the money that she was supposed to get abortion for. And then he got another girl that he's wondering why she's not getting pregnant. Like, I don't know what's that about. The reason why she's not getting pregnant because she messing with another dude or something about that. I hate having to repeat these freaking topics. It's because it wasn't time yet, but now it is. Yeah, it's annoying. Or no, it's because she can't have kids. Something like that. Who gives a fuck? Um, um, but yeah, there's a girl who's he gave her like three something $100, something like that. Um, maybe more. I don't know. And she's buying new clothes with it. So if you see her with new brand outfits, just know that she played you and still there. um, And these, like I said, tarot is based on the Bible in a way. These stories are being repeated for different attributes. Because Sandra did the same thing. When Sandra was pregnant with me, I'm a surrogate child. Sperm bank surrogate child. So she was in a relationship with a man named Trevor Irving. And Trevor Irving, he already had his family in Florida. He would go back and forth to New York for her. And she told him that he was the father. And I found out that she also told other men that they was the father as well. Whole time, it's a freaking surrogate child. And yeah, she's little, whatever. Yeah, she is. So, yeah. The reason Trevor told her to get an abortion because he didn't want to have a baby by her. No. She found out that was a girl, and she told him, and he didn't want a girl. He wanted a boy, and he told her to get an abortion because I was a girl, and real reason she didn't get one is because she kind of being paid to have me. So what's the point? But she lied. She just made it seem she made it seem like, oh, I'm not giving her up or whatever. I'm not giving her away. I'm not gonna do that. They messed with my mouth. This is a fucking serious story, and they're trying to be funny about it. And they know they're devil worshippers, so they keep saying sorry, knowing they can't say sorry. They think it's funny. This is like, shut the fuck up. But anyways, she said that she didn't want to do that, and she ended up keeping me. And he was that's irrelevant. I was about to say he was barely there, but that's irrelevant. Um, um, but anyways, back to this. That's just to let y'all know. These stories, they repeat in different ways. Like I said, when I finally get married in real life, and my son is of age, then this story will play for him, but in a different way. You get what I mean? That's the point. They want to be relevant so fucking bad, and they doing something to my head every time I say something, and they doing magic and watching see it happen. Dorian's a fucking crazy ass man. There's a story about how a Pisces female always cries when she don't get to have sex. Like, I'm not trying to talk about these people's personal business, but I have to, because it is part of tarot for some fucking reason. They're karmics. There is karmic stories. And that goes. I think, speaking of karmics, I said that songs about divine feminine, divine masculine, they're also karmic songs. Like, gossip and Slimeroni, them type of song. That's what karmics be saying. It's not bad all the way. It's just that's something they will say, you know. But um Like Dorian, he's just a sad case. That's what the fuck he is. I told him multiple times. I even sent him a fucking kite explaining. I literally was sitting outside in a solemnly attitude, sending him a kite because he apologized for whatever, and I sent him a response, a long response, explaining that I saying that I know that you feel some type of way, and this is what's going on. That Vertil girl did something to you to be attached to her, and then Keish, I'm not scared to say his fucking name because he was told to leave me alone as well. And then Keyshawn was helping her in some type of way. I don't remember everything I said. I told him a long paragraph, and he read it, and everything was fine for a while. But for some reason, he's back fucking with me. He's back. He's back doing spells on me. He's back trying to irritate me on a daily. It's like I don't know what the fuck is going on, but he needs to leave me alone. I'm not even supposed to be talking to him, so I don't get it. But basically, there's a girl who's a Pisces and she cries. I'm about to say her name because that bitch thinks she's fucking funny. And the bitch keeps saying shit out her fucking mouth that don't make no fucking sense. Destiny. Destiny is the Pisces that keep crying when she wants some sex. That's the Pisces that they fucking talking about. I been knew that. But anyways, and I don't want to bring up her dude, but I feel bad for him. Cause this bitch a fucking hoe, and she's fucking disgusting. She's yeah. Next, let me do this. Do this real quick. And I want to talk about individuality because I don't know what's going on in the building. Even when I say I don't know, I still be knowing. That's how I talk. But they feel they don't want to understand that divine feminine is the position that she is. They thinking, oh, the higher ups is what's going on in tarot, and then the lower people gotta copy that. No, that don't make no fucking sense. This shit is a real fucking story based on Sanjay Cassandra Tillman. I cross my fingers sometimes because that's my legal name, but because I'm spiritual, I go by Sanjay Dixon. That's the name I put on my little brother's jail calls when they say to put your name. Like everything besides that is what I say. So when I say Sanjay Dixon, it's the same fucking person. But anyways, they because Marquita is the karmic leader or whatever, and she's against me. My son's great grandmother Michelle thinks, oh, I guess Sanjay's me. Like, no, I'm no fucking body but my fucking self. That's just what it is. Like, I'm so tired of this conversation. It's so fucking annoying. No. Yeah. Next, we have a man believes in control and you don't. This goes back to, well, this could go either way. They don't. I don't. They think that if I bring up Dorian in this conversation, that I'm getting in trouble. I ain't talking about that shit. I'm talking about in general. Because he's fucking rude as fuck. like I basically dodge a bullet. They say you're gonna dodge a bullet, but they're talking hypothetically. I dodge a bullet. I don't gotta talk about that shit. Now Darren, he's the same fucking way in a different way. Like I said, he thinks of control, kill and destroy. That's what he thinks about. Um, and I like back in the 1950s, men would work and the women would stay home and cook and clean, take care of the kids, and if they getting cheated on, it's whatever. Like that's happened back in the 1950s. That's the type of mindset that these type of men have. And I speak up for myself. I have to be with a calm man because I will still get bucked with a wild aggressive man. I done it before, um, believe it or not. But yeah, that's not the type of energy I need to be around. People who think they control women and tell them what to do. I don't believe in that. That's not the type of energy I need. And my dad will beat the fuck out of me. I'm in love with the plug, Dad. But yeah, um, yeah, I'm gonna just do like whatever. He was gonna feel some type of way because, like I said, not to bring Dave up, but like I said, he told the wrong people about some information, men thinking it was gonna be a regular conversation, not knowing they was gonna do some shit about it. Like there's more than one person who don't know the type of people they hanging around. Cause not everybody in the building is part of this bullshit. To be honest, it's not everybody. Um, so yeah. Um, and even if certain things repeat, because what's going on is what's happening in the building is repeating on the outside. And I'm trying my best not to put divine masculine's business out there, but I kind of have to for comparison reasons. Um, um, Big man found out. He either found out a child was his, or he found out a child wasn't his. One of those. And divine masculine found out a child wasn't his, and there's videos saying that he divine masculine is gonna get his child support money back because he was taking care of a child and the child wasn't his. You I'm not sure how that happened. In some cases that could happen, I guess. um I'm only saying that because I did a DNA test on my son, for Reno, and it came out 99.9. Yeah. Um, but I guess in his case, that didn't go on. He was paying child support. He is gonna get his money back, so I feel good for him for that. Um, um, okay, that's it. Next, we have a boy that said there's witches in the building and more. Okay, I don't want to talk about this topic, but I have to. There's I'm not gonna say his name on camera, but I just found this out. There's a boy. I was wondering why he's acting aggressive all of a sudden because he used to be on some chill shit, vibing to his music, working. He would help me, and he was like a distant friend. at in general, you know. Um, and then out of nowhere, he's acting aggressive, like he hates life, and then he's not acting himself, and then he's being mean to me, and I'm like, what did I do? Um, I'm only gonna speak on what I kind of know. I don't know everything, but when it comes to the type of situation, I was like, oh, maybe James did something because he was acting like James when he's mad. So I'm thinking it's that. But then I found out that there's some gang talk. Um, I have a ex guy friend named Justin, and that's how he's acting. He's acting like everyone. It like it's no ain't shit changed. It's not. Um, I gotta even I gotta expel. Ooh, I'm about to stop someone before they even get to something. Um, this is not supposed to be talked about, but I'm gonna put myself out there to make an example, and y'all can understand why I said it. Um, every once in a while, as a blood, you can, siphon people for fun. I do it for fun. I don't do it to be funny or nothing like that. It's really on some dating shit. Cause okay, I gotta speak on this past. In the past, I'm speaking on the reason why I'm stuttering because I really don't want to talk about this shit. But I have to, unfortunately. Like usually in blood relationship, they don't take relationships seriously, and it is all this drama. But I'm a loyal girl, so if I'm talking to somebody and let's say we're not around each other all the time, and like I said, my guy friend, I'm not friends with him anymore because a lot of I'm gonna pick up on that. But I basically the type of bitch I am. Niggas don't like to let me go. They keep me as a friend. Even if we break up, they keep me as a friend. So just imagine. I have a lot of I have a me and Elijah's not together anymore, but we talk spiritually every once in a while. I can't do it all the time, but I forgave him, and he's real good. Whatever. I heard him say something. I'm not gonna speak of it, but like and then there's other exes as well. Like they don't want to let me go because I'm a good girl. They keep like they like to keep me as a friend. um so what I did was he never cared when I did this. But if I'm talking to somebody, I'll make them be him or whatever. And everything. I there is a He looks exactly like James. He looks like a mini version of him. And one time I made him be James, and it's kind of scared me how perfect it was. Like James, a perfect match. Like I looked at him like he has. I forgot what he said, but it was like damn. It's like I'm in the car with him, not saying oh wow it worked, not like that. I'm just saying it was perfect. Like out of all the people I did that with, it when I did him it was like perfect. Like he was, I think, yeah, I can't explain it, but so um the boy that I'm talking about, I'm thinking he's acting like James when he's mad, but I found out that's not the case. It's really Justin, and Justin is. I don't know what's going on with Justin. I tried talking to him. I tried talking to him like a mother, because that's how I am. When I'm upset with someone and I'm close with them, I talk to him like a mother, a upset mother. I tried telling him to save his money, stop talking to such and such, change your life around, and he's not listening. So that's why I said ain't shit changed. I'm thinking it's James when he's acting mad, but really it's him on some funny shit. Yeah, it hurts my feelings because that's someone I was on and off with since 2000 I think 18. Like I knew him for a long time. We're close. We used to be close friends. So the fact that he's acting like that and making other people act like that towards me, it's fucked up. I'm trying not to cry. Um, but yeah. Um, the reason why I was laughing earlier is because someone's gonna be like, "Oh, she's the reason why he died." I'm not the reason. I'm not the reason. I have no idea what happened in the background, but Justin is also friends with my other ex, Danny, another boy who won't leave me the fuck alone. Um, and I don't know if they used to work there. My answer is saying no. I don't know how the fuck they know these people. I don't know what the fuck going on when it comes to that. But for their conversations is about what I got going on at work, and it's like, how do you know what's going on with me at work? How do you know? I have nothing to do with what's going on with that situation. There's a guy. Speaking of Danny, there's a guy in the building. I'm not trying to bring him up on here, but there's a guy that looks similar to Danny, and I would admit at first I thought he was a clone, but I found out that's not true. That's his cousin or some shit. He's a family relative that he doesn't know about, or maybe I don't know, something along those lines. Um, and I heard they're both tall, but one's taller and older. The older one, I heard him say, "Leave her alone," and yada yada yada. I don't got nothing wrong with Sanjay. Stop putting me against her. Whatever you're doing, stop doing it. And he not listening. I don't know why they want to be a part of it. They do some stupid gang shit. Like you don't have to be a part of this business. You don't work here. You don't fucking work here. You don't have to do it. I was just playing with something, but that don't mean you gotta be around and fuck everything up. That you don't have to fucking do it. They'll do that shit somewhere else. I don't respect it at all. Um, and speaking of, I spoke about how I would write stuff down and people would know, even though they may not have been that person he could have been. But when I was with Dave and everything was quiet, I was doing things in a different way. I'll write to him on my note. I don't think about talking about that, but I would just write stuff down, and I was telling him things. Oh my God, please forgive me. Okay, I heard that's a bad thing, and I stopped doing it, but anyways, I was telling him how there's a girl there's a girl likes who likes girls more, and I call her Coyle Ray. So listen to Coyle Ray featuring Nicki Minaj. What's that song called again? Um, I gotta look it up. Blick Blake. When I listen to these songs, I'm not trying to bully nobody. It's unfortunately talking about other people and it's painting out a story. That's not my fucking fault. Um, I have a high IQ, so that's why I think this way. But she didn't want that secret to come out for some reason. Like I ain't trying to talk about her personal business, but just to know whoever is paying her, um, yeah, she likes girls more. And when I was going through my gay phase, she was getting kind of in her feelings because I wasn't paying attention to her in that type of way. Yeah. My life is fucking crazy. But yeah. No need to do a reading on that. But basically the boy, when the boy said, "Oh, there's witches in the building," that wasn't him that said it. It was Justin that said it. That's what I found out just a while ago, and I said that's fucked up. They done got him. Yeah. Um. But anyway, they said talk about and back it, and yet we're still on fucking Justin for this next part. I remember in the past before I started working here, me and Justin had broken up, and I was, we wasn't talking to each other, and I had walked outside to go to the store. 'Cause I always walk to go to the store, and I know I was walk as I was saying every time I talk, they want to stop me. Now they trying to hurt my chest. This shit is stupid. When I talk like this, it's basically saying this ain't no blood shit. This ain't no blood shit. This ain't no blood shit. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, okay, they fucking stupid. But anyways, I was walking back from the store, and his house is like across from it. So I seen some girl going to his house, and I got in my feelings a little bit because we just broke up. For whatever, I don't know what this fucking means, but there's a girl in the building who represents whoever that girl is, and I'm guessing he never been the same since that happened. I don't know what the fuck happened after that. I just know that some other girl went to his house, and he came back to me momentarily. I don't know. Yeah. Um, I can't remember everything, but I'm just saying that. I'm just keep it right there. Who, yeah, the people who know how to figure out things, y'all do y'all work. I ain't gonna. Um. Next we have talk about how you partake with a clone before. These people think because I'm kind of talking about clones. Like I said, I never wanted to talk about that in the first place. I got drawn into it because they keep messing with me. Um, but there was a time that I did a clone. I didn't know that at first. I had to find that out in a strange way. And for some strange reason, in the beginning, I didn't care because the man is he was handsome. And but I'm not sure who the fuck he is, but he do look like, okay, when it comes to Elijah Johnson, he and his family, they all look alike. They all have the Native American, Black, Indian, no, Native American and Black skin tone. They're not Indian. They're Native American and Black. Um, um, they all look alike. So that's he kind of do act like him a little bit. He act like but even though he gets to the money, it's not he's never satisfied. 'Cause like I said, they come from a family where they rob, kill, and steal. They gotta get to the money, and then Elijah got a curse on him where he can't make money a lot. Even though I try to help him with that, 'cause I felt bad. But he do some type of service where he travels and drop boxes off, and he makes money from that, but he's never satisfied when he makes money. um and What else? yeah, and romantic wise, he's just not there. And I remember when in the middle of us having sex, I looked at his back and I seen cut marks, and I didn't know what that was. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I did eventually stop messing with him because I be the only reason why I'm hesitating on my word because these people are using my words against me. They're redoing whatever I'm saying, and that's fucked up. I'm being serious. I'm bringing up stories that happened to me, and they're just like, oh yeah, let her go through it again. No. Um. I did eventually stop talking to him and came to my senses like, bitch, he's a fucking clown. Stop talking to him. God said stop talking to him. But yeah, I'm not gonna say everything, but just know that my senses started to heighten, and he didn't look the same to me anymore. And yeah, I could see it was clear as day that he's a fucking clone. And I got freaked out. I told him to leave my house. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Oh Lord, but and also I'm not sure who. I don't want to say the wrong name. It's either Darren or Dorian. One of them have a cloning business, and I heard, like I said, I hear stuff before it happens. So I was already mad about this when I first heard about it. But I heard that they're trying to find a way, since they can't have sex with me the way they want to in person. I heard they're trying to find a way to clone me so they can have sex with me, and that's fucked up. And why the fuck are you trying to kill me for? And I heard hypothetically, if they was to do that, it's not gonna go in their favor. That they'll just do whatever and have a clone that can't do shit. But that's not gonna happen to me. God said, don't worry about it. Yeah, they're into some weird shit. Like I said, Dixon's not supposed to be working at a fucking government job. But yeah, I can't wait till my brother comes home. But next we have talk about how Big Man did you. Okay, I'm keep. I just keep saying I don't want to talk about this topic, but it's just to point people out that that have ugly personalities and nature. Um, the same way how they messed with my money the first time for not having sex. They did it a second time for not sucking dick. Like y'all need to quit it out. Like they'll give you money for a little bit, wait for you to fuck. Then since you're not fucking, they bring your money down. Then they give you more money again for a while, waiting for you to suck some dick. And because you're not sucking some dick, they take it away again. This is how a business this is. This is how a business that I fucking work at. I don't know if everybody knew about that, but yeah, that's what happened. I'm thinking they giving me money because I was homeless. Cause it was around the time I was homeless. I'm thinking, oh, they give me money 'cause I'm homeless. Cause my money was good for a little while. I just couldn't save anything. Cause I was in and out of hotels, and that's why I would stay in the building sometimes when our money would run out, and I would stay in there for a couple of days until I got paid again. That's what I was doing. Um, I didn't know that they was giving me money to do something. Like, why are you doing that to me? You supposed to give me money generally. Um, but anyways, talk about. I really don't want to talk about my son, but this is the. I feel like something weird. I don't know what. Okay, before I get into this. Um, Sandra, I made a video about Sandra being my adoptive mom and how she used to be a prostitute, and um, I don't know if my stepfather don't believe that. He met me when I was 4. But this is I'm a spiritual person. I'm hearing things that happened to me in the past. I don't want to speak about everything, but I heard that something happened to me when I was a certain age, and they said that I do remember different men coming in the house because I even called a random, even Trevor Irving was is not my real dad, but that's who I believe was my real dad at the time, and I called a different man daddy on accident because there was different men in the house. It was different men. There's a photographer. It's all different. It was all different men in the house. Um, in Bronx Boulevard. But they said that she was a prostitute, and there was a time where she would be on her menstrual and she would let the men touch on me instead. And I'm trying not to believe that, but that's what I heard. Um, so I don't know if she did something spiritual to me. I do know sometimes when I get mad and I speak patois that I sound like her voice, which is why I said that in the last video, trying to be funny, even though I was already mad. I don't know why I do that, but yeah, I'm just saying that because I'm about to say something negative about her, and I don't want no bad luck to come on me because I'm talking bad about her. Um, I don't have a problem with her right now. I'm just speaking on the topic. I don't like talking. I don't want to bring my son into this. But I do remember I was watching a video, and the tarot reader down that I keep referring to, she's no longer on YouTube. I tried finding her channel, but it's no longer there. But I do remember things that she said because God told me the reason why you keep remember things, I made you remember these things for a reason. It's like stuck in my mind. But I remember I was watching a tarot video. They're being funny now. I was watching that tarot video and they was talking about my son. The, yeah, her videos be in some deep shit. They was talking about my son on there, saying that um I already protected my son already. I protected my son. I protected my brother Baba. I protected my brother Shaheen. Anything I protected my son's older brother Rio. I did this years ago, so it's gonna happen in random time. So I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I'm not just watching these videos for gossip or information. I do it for protection. Like if I do watch videos and hear about things, I'll do a manifestation to protect them. Cause there's videos about my son's brother Rio as well. Now and I was fucked up. I'll probably get into that after I'm done with him. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. These divine feminine is about me. Little key points, random things that don't make no sense. Yeah, it's no point of trying to copy that. It's like trying to copy someone's actual life. Like no, it's it's pointless. Um, but they was talking about like I said how Dave got put into a dog. I heard that some voodoo priest gonna find out about my son and try to put him in a dog, but they said Jamaica. They said specifically in Jamaica. In Jamaica, they do obia. They have obia. They have obia. Obia is just another word for voodoo. That's just Jamaican way of saying it. I don't know how, and I remember catching Sandra talking about it in person. She was she was I remember a certain point. It was like 2023, I think. She was talking about how she was on the phone with someone from Jamaica, and but she was trying to keep what she was saying private. She did something to my son a long time ago, and I knew about it, but I didn't understand, so I didn't say anything. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's about. This shit don't make no fucking sense. My son is not this. He is gonna be back to normal. I'm a calm mother, and I'm a observant mother. So I observe the way, even though he's a kid, he dances kind of funny, and he used to dance with swag at one point. But I don't. That's not important. But what he says, I pay attention to what he say, because he do have, abilities as well. Um, so I pay attention to what he says, and if he's on point. Even though, yeah, he's only 6 years old, but still, I can tell when something's off about him. Um, he should be back to normal. And for his brother Rio, it was saying a story. It was a different reader. I forgot her name, but she was talking about how there's a boy that there's a woman watching him, and she would be sexual with him in some type of way. And he's only, I think he's like 13 or something like that. I don't know. 13, 14. But whoever he's staying with, if I had to guess, it had to be Reno's sister. Oh Lord, I don't like talking about this shit. They said a woman doing something sexual to him when she's around him. I don't know what that's about. Um um Cause like I said, my baby dad no longer lives in his own place anymore. Ever since he got shot, he stays with her. So you do the math. Um, yeah. And this is kind of funny, but when I was hearing stuff too early, I was hearing that I'm not gonna do this, but I was thinking of it, of adopting him. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I ain't gonna speak about that because they gonna get mad. I ain't gonna do it, but that would be a nice thought. But I'm not even in a position to do that. So he's fucking stupid. But um, oh, I guess I could say more. Speaking of his kids, he got Reno Jr., his daughter that he can't see, and then Jason. Um, and if there's another one, I don't fucking know. But and they all got different moms. He's just a trip. Um, but I was 19 years old when I met him, and I used to stay at his house. Well, not stay at his house, but I would go to his house. And I remember one day he was doing a ghetto Uber, and he said to stay here. And I was watching his two sons for him, and they were getting hungry and thirsty, and I was helping them get some more juice. And when Reno came back home, he got mad at me and said, "Why did you give them juice?" And I was confused, like they're thirsty. And he was like, "No, they gotta drink water." And he's just a fucked up father. It's not that big of a deal. Like there's rules. They gotta drink. I'm tired of talking about this. I hate being when it comes to the past and bringing up stories to solve problems is one thing, but when I have people that shit, it bothers me. He's just not a good person. Um, he like I heard him say something about how Sandra didn't want me to be with him. Who gives a fuck? I would have been unhappy anyways. So um um because Sandra knows I'm a divine child. She don't want me to be nobody. But it don't fucking matter. He's not a good person. So um yeah, he got mad at me because I gave him some fucking juice. Um I'm gonna do a random spread. And he also put his hands on his other baby moms, and he never did to me. Um, he never got the chance to do it to me because I guess he was scared. Yeah, because when his ex baby mom had told me that they got in an argument because I Reno Jr. I was close to his mom at one point. She was telling me how she also met him when she was 19 as well. And she's a little older than me though, so it's a difference. But still, he got a problem. He likes young girls. Um, she said that they got in an argument and she cooked him some food and he didn't like the food, so he threw the food in her face and started hitting her. And she called the police on him. He ran. That's how a nigga he is. He don't pay child support. He treats kids bad, and now his family is in partaking in harassing me in a spiritual way. And then day family harassing me. I'm being harassed. I'm being followed and harassed by people for years. This shit's fucked up. This is not. This is what Divine Feminine is going through. So I don't know why the fuck y'all want to live like this. This ain't something you want to live like. Um, I am healing whatever is going on, but this is not something you should want to copy. Um, 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 there is someone or people who eventually is gonna leave you alone because she's getting too deep. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna end it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love you guys.